الله أكبر الله أكبر الله أكبر الله أكبر أشهد أن لا إله إلا الله أشهد أن لا إله إلا الله أشهد أن محمد رسول الله
اللهم صل على محمد
أشهد أن محمد رسول الله
اللهم صل
أشهد أن عليا ولي الله أشهد أن عليا حجة الله حي على الصلاة حي على الصلاة حي على الفلاح حي على الفلاح حي على خير العمل حي على خير الأمل الله أكبر الله أكبر لا إله إلا الله لا إله إلا الله اللهم صل على محمد.
أعوذ بالله السميع العليم من الشيطان الرجيم بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم ولا حول ولا قوة إلا بالله العلي العظيم حسبنا الله ونعم الوكيل نعم المولى ونعم النصير رب اشرح لي صدري ويسر لي أمري واحلل عقدة من لساني يفقه قولي الحمد لله رب العالمين والصلاة والسلام على سيدنا ونبينا وشفيع ذنوبنا وطبيب نفوسنا الذي سمي في السماوات بأحمد وفي الأرضين بأبي القاسم المصطفى محمد
اللهم صل على محمد
وعلى مولانا أمير المؤمنين وفاطمة الزهراء والحسن والحسين وعلي بن الحسين ومحمد بن علي وجعفر بن محمد وموسى بن جعفر وعلي بن موسى الرضا ومحمد بن علي وعلي بن محمد والحسن بن علي والحجة بن الحسن القائم المنتظر المهدي صلوات الله عليهم أجمعين عباد الله أوصيكم ونفسي بتقوى الله اجمعا الصلوات.
اللهم صل على محمد.
Sometimes we are working on our interaction with people, so we need positive reaction from people. This is very important because most of the time the stress that we have in our life is because of the negative interactors. That's because they always give us stress. And that's our big concern. That's why we see the people that they have a marriage problem, they have problem with their children, they have problem with work. And all is about interaction. But how can we solve this problem? Because this is very important. Because it plays with our life. When you are not in peace mentally, even if you're healthy, still you're gonna lose your health because most of the focus is on our mental health, not our physical health. Of course, they are very important. Both are important, but they are connected with each other. If you're not in peace mentally, physically, you will be in problem because they are connected. It's just like if you don't make money, then you cannot pay the bills. But if you make money, then you can pay the bills. So they are connected with each other. So our mind and our body are connected. If you are sad mentally, then your body cannot have regular functions, right? And now Islam already told us that how to manage the stress in our life, because this is very important. I've been actually searching on the verses of the Quran and Hadith for a while because I'm working with somebody that he is also in a very big stress, and alhamdulillah that helped him and myself. And I believe Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala already provided everything for us, and we have to work on those things if we want to elevate our mental health. The key is Allah. Man aslaha ma baynahu wa bayna Allah, aslaha Allah ma baynahu wa bayna nas. So Imam Ali alayhi salatu wasalam says that if you want peace between you and people, right? If you want a positive reaction from people, if you want a peaceful life and a peaceful mental life, you need to maintain your relationship with Allah. Try it. Imagine if one day we live with Allah, what we say we have to be careful. Is it right or wrong? Is it ghibat or not? Is it the truth? Where were you looking? If we look at where Allah is happy, that will affect on your mental health. If you spend the money on the way that Allah is pleased with that way, that will have positive impact to your life. If you work, but you want to make sure that what you're doing is for Allah, that will have positive impact on your life. If you talk to your children and you think about Allah first, not about people, because there are some people, they try to work on their children, but because of people. I want the people to talk good about my children. I want the people to think good about me, that I'm a good father, I was a good parent, I was a good mother or father. No. Think about Allah. Oh, Ya Allah, you granted me this child and I'm going to work on my child and I want to train my child the way that you want it, not the people, right? Because admiration of people is temporary. These people that they admire you today, tomorrow they might be against you. I know the people were so happy with him, but once the idea of the people turned against him, and now nobody likes him. That's how the people are. Today they are with you, tomorrow there's no guarantee that whom are they be with, tomorrow you don't know about it. That's what happened to Amir al-Mu'minin alayhi salatu wasalam, right? So Amr al-As, la'natullah alayhi, said to Muawiyah, if today Ali alayhi salam comes to Sham, right? I'm going to do my namaz with him, but I will come back to you for the food. For dunya, I will come back with you. But for akhirat, I will be with Ali alayhi salam. That's how the people of Kufa were. So the people wanted Imam Hussein alayhi salatu wasalam, and at the same time, they wanted also dunya. So you have to give up of one of them. You have to take dunya or akhirat. Hazrat Zahra salamullahi alayha, the reason that we commemorate her shahadat, we have 20 days azaf for Hazrat Zahra salamullahi alayha. Why? Because she taught us how to submit yourself to the imam of your time, right? So sometimes there are different ways. So Hazrat Zahra salamullahi alayha, sometimes, you just stand up and you talk. That's one of the ways to stand against oppression. So she couldn't do nothing. She wouldn't have swords, she wouldn't have weapons, she wouldn't have wealth, right? But she still went to masjid and gave sermon. That's one of the things that she could do against oppression at that time, right? But she still would stand up against the oppression of her time. And she said, you know what? Those people that they would claim that they were the caliph of the time. So Hazrat Zahra salamullahi alayha says, وَكَفَرْتُمْ بَعْدَ إِيمَانِكُمْ. You become kafir after your iman. You were having iman, you were Muslim, right? But now you become kafir again. Why? Because you deny the imam of your time. وَكَفَرْتُمْ بَعْدَ إِيمَانِكُمْ. So in Khutbah Fadakiyah, as I told you last night, Dr. Abdul Mun'im Hassan, he wrote a book that's called بِنُورِ فَاطِمَةِ اهْتَدَيْتُ. I was guided because of the light of Fatima, right? And the reason that he converted to Shia was khutbah fadakiyah. That's the reason that he converted to Shia. Imagine that how important khutbatul fadakiyah is. So Hazrat Zahra salamullahi alayha would stand against oppression by saying something. By standing against the oppression of the time by just giving sermon. This is one of the ways. You know, sometimes one of the companions of Imam Sadiq alayhi salatu wasalam, his name was Hisham. He came, Imam Sadiq alayhi salam would stand up in front of him, would honor him, hug him. He was asked that, why do you love him so much? Why do you love your companion so much? You have a lot of other companions, but why do you love this companion especially? Imam alayhi salatu wasalam says, Huwa nasiruna biqalbihi wa lisanihi wa biyadihi. That means he supports us with his tongue. Sometimes you support the Imam of your time with just saying something. You don't have to do anything. You just say something. You just show your objection with the oppression of the time. You just show your objection with the corruption of the time. You just show your objection with those people who kill innocent people by just saying something. So that's what Imam alayhi salatu wasalam says. Hisham is one of those people that he supports us with his tongue. With his tongue, right? بِقَلْبِهِ, and with his heart. Sometimes you cannot say anything, right? You are in kind of situation that if you say something, you're gonna be in trouble. You're gonna be in problem. You're gonna put the life of yourself and your family in danger, right? But what are you supposed to do? In your heart, you have to show hatred to the oppressions, to the zalim, in your heart. And if you can do something, you biyadihi, with your hand, right? So when you talk about the yet, sometimes with the money, help people. Help Imam Zaman alayhi salatu wasalam with your money. يجاهدون في سبيل الله بأموالهم وأنفسهم. So the jihad has a lot of dimensions. One of them is with your money. You do help your religion with what? With your wealth, with your money. You invite people to the right path with the money. That's what the zakat is for. That's what the khums is for. So here, Imam alayhi salatu wasalam says, "Huwa nasiruna biqalbihi wa lisanihi wa biyadihi." So Hazrat Zahra salamullahi alayha was one of those people that she would support the Imam of her time, because if you do not have connection with the Imam, you will not have connection with Allah, because the pathway is Imam. The Imam is the way. That if you are not connected to the Imam, it's just like if you do not have a car, even if you know the address, you are not going to get to your destination. You definitely need a car. You definitely need a vehicle or something to come to Bayt Wali Asr. Quran says, Ya ayyuhalladhina amanu attaqullah wa abtaghu ilayhi al-wasila. You want to go to Allah? Go to wasila. I highly recommend and respectfully ask all of you to recite Ziyarat Jami'i Kabira, please. At least once a week recite that ziyarat with the meaning. Then you will know who is your Imam. Then you will know the value of your Imam. Then during the difficulties and problems, you will see a door will open for you and will help you, and you know that that is from the Imam of your time. That is from the Imam. Because Imam has some agents that those agents themselves, they don't know that they are working for the Imam. It's just like Shaitan that has some agents. We have Shayateen al-Insi and Jinn, right? So Shaitan, there are some people that they work for Shaitan with their evil deeds. They work for Shaitan. ثم كان عاقبة الذين أساءوا السوء أن كذبوا بآيات الله وكانوا بها يستهزئون. Hazrat Zainab salamullahi alayha said to Yazid, Yazid, now you turn to Shaitan because of the evil deeds, right? There are some people that they turn to Shaitan because of evil deeds. Also, we have some good people that because of good deeds, they turn to be the agent of Imam Zaman alayhi salatu wasalam. And they help people. They help people. They don't even know. They don't even know that this help was sent to them by Allah. Hawa'ijun nas ilaykum min rahmatillah. So when the people come to you, that person got the address from Imam. Also inspiration. When you're good, Quran says, فَأَلْهَمَهَا فُجُورَهَا وَتَقْوَاهَا. When you are elevated spiritually, you get inspired. Allah give you, sometimes in your life, sometimes some people call you for the help, right? And suddenly someone comes to your mind. You know what? Inshallah, that person is going to help this person. That's not you. That's Allah. Quran says, فَأَلْهَمَهَا فُجُورَهَا وَتَقْوَاهَا. And Imam Hussein alayhi salatu wasalam says, never reject. حَوَائِجُ النَّاسِ إِلَيْكُمْ مِنْ رَحْمَةِ اللَّهِ. If you reject, don't say no. Whatever you can. Sometimes financial, sometimes with emotionally, you can help an orphan. Sometimes, like anything that you can do for the cause of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. So there are some people that they are the agent of Imam Zaman alayhi salatu wasalam, but they don't know themselves. They will know when the Imam comes. And they will see their names on the list. Oh, he is, for example, there's this brother, oh my God, he was the one who was helping people, that he would not know that he would get the inspiration from the Imam of his time. The Imam would force him to do that. Sometimes you want to help some people, you say no, right? But he is always in your mind. It's coming back, going, coming. Why? Whatever. Did anybody help that person? It's not you. It's the Imam. Imam already chooses you. حَوَائِجُ النَّاسِ إِلَيْكُمْ مِنْ رَحْمَةِ اللَّهِ. So here, when Quran says, فَأَلْهَمَهَا فُجُورَهَا وَتَقْوَاهَا, it's because of taqwa. Because you decided to do something good, and Allah already granted you the reward. What is the reward? The reward is these tribulations, trials in your life. Sometimes you have different imtihanat. You want to get the degrees, you have to pass different tests, right? So here, Imam Ali alayhi salatu wasalam says, if you want to catch on people, if you want the people to love you, what are you supposed to do? You have to make your connection strong with Allah. The one who killed Amir al-Mu'mineen alayhi salatu wasalam, he was the dushman and the enemy of Ibn Muljam cried for Imam Ali. Shimr cried for Imam Ali. Muawiyah cried for Imam Ali. Even they were the enemies, right? So because they would know the haqiqat of wujud Amir al-Mu'mineen alayhi salatu wasalam, they would know that. But because of dunya and the nafs ammara, their evil desires, they were deceived and they had to choose one path, here or there. Nowadays is exactly the same thing. Don't look at the number of people. Don't look at the weakness. Look at the haqiqat. Look what is right, what is wrong. If there is something wrong, never be on that path. If you know the crime and you know this action is crime, never get close to that crime. Never get close to that crime. If that criminal is winning right now, don't think that he will win forever. Yazid had 20,000 soldiers, 30,000 soldiers, right? Yazid had the victory of the day of Ashura, right? For the people of dunya. But look at the Ashura Arba'in. Last year, how many of you went to Arba'in? Me, Brother Furqan, and some brothers were there, Brother Mutahar. We saw the millions of people. Nobody for you. There are some people, they are doctors. And imagine each patient, for example, in America, they charge $100, $200, $300, right? But over there for free, they go and help the Zawar Imam Hussein alayhi salam. The people who make food for millions of people. It's not like something that, like if you invite, for example, your close friends, your close family member, you're going to make them food, right? But you're not going to go to the street and call everybody, please come to my house and eat food, right? But in Arba'in, you see the people are begging to you. They want you to go to their sufra and dastarkhan and eat their food. Those people that they go, they are not scared of the weather. They're not scared. Look, one day I was walking, I look at the phone and it was 120 degrees. And feel like when you were leaving the hotel, like a fire was coming to your face, right, for a second. But still the people go. And a lot of them, they don't have place to sleep. They sleep in the street. What is that? Where is that love from? That's from Allah. يُرِيدُونَ لِيُطْفِئُوا نُورَ اللَّهِ بِأَفْوَاهِهِمْ وَاللَّهُ مُتِمُّ نُورِهِ وَلَوْ كَرِهَ الْكَافِرُونَ. Because Allah wants to show His power to the world. That one day Yazid, with his kingdom, with his power, with his wealth, with his soldiers, with his weapons, he was thinking that he is actually the victorious of the war. But Allah wants to show to the people that وَالْعَاقِبَةُ لِلْمُتَّقِينَ, those people who have taqwa, they will be the one who will achieve the true victory. Don't look at the number. Don't look at the power. Don't. Only look at the haqq. Whatever is haqq, stay on that haqq. If you cannot do anything in your heart, stay with the haqq. Just stay with the haqq and never, ever go to the zalim. Because Quran says, وَلَا تَرْكَنُوا إِلَى الَّذِينَ ظَلَمُوا فَتَمَسَّكُمُ النَّارِ. If you do not want to get the same divine punishment that zalim oppressor is going to receive, if you do not want that divine punishment, never be with the zalim. Bismillah ar-Rahman ar-Rahim. إِذَا جَاءَ نَصْرُ اللَّهِ وَالْفَتْحِ وَرَأَيْتَ النَّاسَ يَدْخُلُونَ فِي دِينِ اللَّهِ أَفْوَاجًا فَسَبِّحْ بِحَمْدِ رَبِّكَ وَاسْتَغْفِرْهُ إِنَّهُ كَانَ تَوَّابًا صدق الله العلي العظيم.
اللهم صل على محمد وآل محمد. اللهم صل على محمد وآل محمد. اللهم صل على محمد وآل محمد.
أعوذ بالله السميع العليم من الشيطان الرجيم. بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم. الحمد لله رب العالمين والصلاة والسلام على سيدنا ونبينا أبي القاسم المصطفى محمد.
اللهم صل على محمد وآل محمد.
وعلى أمير المؤمنين وفاطمة الزهراء والحسن والحسين وعلي بن الحسين ومحمد بن علي وجعفر بن محمد وموسى بن جعفر وعلي بن موسى الرضا ومحمد بن علي وعلي بن محمد والحسن بن علي والحجة بن الحسن القائم المنتظر المهدي صلوات الله عليهم أجمعين. عباد الله أوصيكم ونفسي بتقوى الله. So we talk about our dunya. If we want to have a peaceful dunya, and if we want our interaction with people to be safe and peaceful, we need to maintain our relationship with Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. Allah. Everything is in the hand of Allah. تُعِزُّ مَن تَشَاءُ وَتُذِلُّ مَن تَشَاءُ. Do not just say it. Agree with that part. Because, when you just say, Ya Imam Zamana alayhi salatu wassalam, you're not going to get anything. But if you say, Ya Imam Zaman, with the heart, with submission, that's a different story. He will come to you. He is going to come to you. Some people is looking for Imam Zaman. Where is Imam Zaman? Imam Zaman is looking for you, actually. You just need to fix things. It's just like if you have a very good resume, the company is going to look for you. You don't have to look for a job. If you have a good background, good resume, good connection with the people, good actually behavior and mannerism, everybody is looking for you because they want their job to be done in a proper way, right? But if you do not have a good background, so you are looking for the companies. I remember Ayatollah Sajdi one day told me, he said, never look for people. People are going to look for you if you increase your knowledge and mannerism. You don't have to be worried about the job. Job is coming to you if you have a knowledge. That's it. Imam Zaman alayhi salatu wassalam will come to you if you are qualified. And you don't have to see him in person. He will come to you from the places that you would not even imagine before. You would not even imagine. There's a brother, he was in Philadelphia. He came to me, he said, Sayyid, we are 12, 13 people, we're trying to have a center. I said, listen, why do you tell me? Ask Imam Zaman alayhi salatu wasalam. He said, how come? And he called me the day before yesterday. He said, Sayyid, we're almost actually going to our goal. We're about to get all this money that we need to purchase a place. What happened within a couple of weeks, 3 weeks? I said, listen, you didn't ask me, you asked Imam Zaman alayhi salatu wasalam. And you saw how many people came to you and helped you? The people that you're from Africa, you're not even from here, you're not even related with each other, right? But you went to Imam and asked the Imam to help you. And inshallah, the rest will be also helped, inshallah. And you open your eyes, you have your own center. You don't even know where does it come from. Why? Because this is the promise of Allah. وَمَن يَتَّقِ اللَّهَ يَجْعَلْ لَهُ مَخْرَجًا وَيَرْزُقْهُ مِنْ حَيْثُ لَا يَحْتَسِبُ. If you have taqwa and piety, Allah will send you what you need from the place that you would not even imagine before. So here, Amir al-Mu'minin alayhi salatu wasalam says, if you want your dunya to be perfect, to be good, perfect doesn't mean that you do not have a problem. You know, sometimes the problems are blessings. Because some people look at the problem as a problem, some people look at the problems as a blessing of Allah. Because sometimes with those problems, you learn a lot of lessons. And you are very careful in your life. The problems are actually training us. If you don't get pulled over, for example, for the cell phone, right? So all the time, there were some people, there was someone, he said, Sayyid, I was always on the phone. But one time I got pulled over and I got a very big ticket for that. 3 points, this and that. After that, I started to put the phone down and I started to use the headphone or whatever, not to get the ticket. That was not a problem. That was actually a blessing. So he learned a lesson that he's not supposed to talk on the phone without the equipments. So Imam alayhi salatu wasalam says you maintain your relationship with Allah. وَمَنْ أَصْلَحَ أَمْرَ آخِرَتِهِ أَصْلَحَ اللَّهُ لَهُ أَمْرَ دُنْيَاهُ. If someone is looking for akhirat, you know, the wedding day is very important for a lot of people, right? Especially for sisters. It's something that they remember it forever, right? But how are they going to do on that night or that day? There are some people, they call me, say it, tonight is, for example, my wedding. Can I skip the namaz tonight? Because of makeup and all those things. Can we skip that? Because we have to go there for 5 hours, 6 hours, and I cannot have wuzu, right? So I'm going to skip the namaz tonight. Very important test, right? I said to one of the sisters, she called me, she said, Sayyid, what am I going to do? I said, listen, now Allah put you in a trial. Are you going to choose this dunya or akhirah? It's up to you. You want to skip the namaz tonight, you can skip it. But what will happen to you tomorrow, I don't know. There's no guarantee. Because you sold it, right? You deal. You actually, when you go to the dealer and you change your car, once you sign it, it's over. So that card that you had yesterday is not going to be your card anymore. That's going to be dealer's card. And you're going to get a new card. So you deal with Allah like this, that, Ya Allah, I choose this makeup, this dunya, this wedding on you. That's it. Or there are some people that they have to go to the haram gathering, right? They have to choose one. Sometimes their awlad is involved. Their children, their daughter, their son. Are they going to go? No. Sometimes the ghiba, the place they're doing ghiba, they're talking, backbiting against each other. And if you leave, all those people will get mad at you. There are a lot of people, they are mad at me, and they say it, you feel that you're very important, that's why you don't come to our house. I say, I come to your house. I'm not even important. I'm Khadim Deen, Khadim Islam. I'm not important. I come to your house, but you need to follow the law of Allah. If I come to your house and you backbite against somebody else and you expect me to listen, that's not going to happen. I'm not going to come. If you want me to come to your house and you're disrespecting the ulama and our scholars, then cancel me. If you want me to come to your house and you're cursing each other and saying bad words in front of me and I have to watch and I say nothing and cooperate with you, don't call me, cancel me, please. Me and my family are not going to come on those places. But if you want me to come over there, sometimes in the middle of the invitation, I left. What happens, Sayyid? We had a special day for you. I said, listen, I told you there's a condition that we have to be here. Even if that person is your brother, your sister, your daughter, your son, doesn't matter. You have to choose one, Allah or that person. So between akhirat and dunya, it's a very, very critical time. We have to choose one. Imam alayhi salatu wasalam says, وَمَنْ أَصْلَحَ أَمْرَ آخِرَتِهِ. Those people who work for their akhirat, to build the akhirat, أَصْلَحَ اللَّهُ لَهُ أَمْرَ دُنْيَاهُ. Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala will fix his dunya. Because you thought about the akhirat. You know, Mirza rahmatullahi alayhi was one of our great scholars. So they told him a question and they asked him a question. Okay, if you get informed that this week will be the last week of your life and you have to die this week, how are you going to live? Mirza rahmatullahi alayhi said, you know what? I'm going to live the way that I'm living right now. Because every day I feel like today is the last day of my life. I have a question for you, brothers. Can you guarantee that you're going to be alive tomorrow? No, right? You see, may Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala bless the soul of Maulana Jafari, that he passed away in Canada, right? The night before that he would sleep, would he think that he's going to wake up tomorrow or he's going to die? He would not even think about it. He had a lot of plan in New Jersey, a lot of places. He had commitment for the speeches, right? Do I know what's going to happen to me tomorrow? I don't know. Do you know? You don't know. Right? So why don't we live the way that we are supposed to live? Why are we not prepared for that day? I see there are some people, inshallah, I will talk about my homes next year. Inshallah, I will talk about my Hajj next year. Inshallah, I will talk about my well next year. Inshallah, when I finished, inshallah, this summer, somebody told me the other day, Maulana, inshallah, this summer I will have more time. I will sit down with you and we talk about our homes. This summer, I said, listen, are you sure that you're going to be alive by this summer? You know, there are some people, they are deceived by dunya. We have to be careful. So Mirza said, every day I live the way that I'm supposed to live. When I sleep, I think with myself that probably tomorrow will not be the day for me. So I already clean up everything. I give the people's right back to them. I never do ghibah. I never bother anybody. I never break anybody's heart. I never take anybody's right away from him. So I clean before I put my head on pillow. This is how we are supposed to do. So Imam alayhi salatu wasalam says, if you want to build your dunya, first build your akhirat. You probably did not have that much interaction that I have with the people. I have been with a lot of people, with millionaires, multimillionaires, everybody. Everybody's life, when I went to their life, because they talk to me openly, I see there are a lot of problems in everybody's life. But those people who think about their akhirat, they have something for them there on the akhirat. They know that they did something good. They're hoping. It's just like before you go to Karbala, You already reserve hotel. You already buy the ticket, right? You already have some money saving for those days that you're going, inshallah, for the ziyarat, and I will need some money. So you already think about it. You know the dates. You know the day when you come back, right? But about our akhirat, do we have any plan for our tomorrow or no? Quran says, Ya ayyuhalladhina amanu taqullah wal tanzur nafsum ma qaddamat lighat. Think about your tomorrow. No guarantees. Let's think now before it gets late. What are we supposed to do? What are we supposed to say? How are we supposed to live? It's just like the people who go to jail and then they start regretting. I wish I was not doing this. I wish I was not doing that. No. But before going to the jail, you have to be careful. وَمَنْ كَانَ لَهُ مِنْ نَفْسِهِ وَاعِظٌ كَانَ عَلَيْهِ مِنَ اللَّهِ حَافِظٌ. Wa'id, advisor. Sometimes you get the advisor from outside, right? Sometimes you yourself advise yourself because you know yourself better than anybody else. I know myself better than anybody else. So before you come to me and you talk about my mistakes, I have to find those mistakes and I have to look for it. It's just like one of the doctors, he told me, he said, Sayed, there are some patients that they are smart. So before they take medications, they are very careful. They watch their diet, they watch their exercise, they watch their stress and everything. Because once you are on medication, then it's going to be hard. And you have to go. So first, you have to start from somewhere. Do not wait for the regret. Because Quran says there are some people that they say, I wish I will come back to this dunya. رَبِّ ارْجِعُونِي لَعَلِّي أَعْمَلُ صَالِحًا فِي مَا تَرَكْتُ. Ya Allah, bring me back to this dunya, but it's going to be too late. I don't want to say that you don't live, you don't be happy, you don't have a good life. Everything good, halal, you can have it, no problem. Be happy, be good, work hard, increase your wealth, no problem with these things. But think about akhirat as well. So you need to have wa'id, you need to have advisor for yourself. That advisor should be between you and that nafs. That's what Imam Musa Kadhim alayhi salatu wasalam says. Hasibu anfusakum qabla an tuhasabu. You have to sit down and you have to investigate about yourself before somebody else comes. Because we know ourselves better than anybody else. We should not justify some sins because there are some people that they justify. We cannot say that we are always right. No, we definitely did something wrong in our life. That's why this happened. There was one of the brothers who said, my children do not respect me, my wife doesn't care about me, my sisters, my brother. I said, listen, look around and see there must be something with you too. It's not always that side. What did you do? How can you make them up? How can you fix the situation? Do not think that they're always wrong. Sometimes we have to admit some mistakes, that we also did some mistakes. And because of those mistakes, this happened. If I wouldn't pass the red light, probably this accident would not happen. But because I wanted to rush and I wanted to pass, that's why I passed the red light and this happened, right? But if I would stop at the red light on that specific time, this would not happen. So Imam alayhi salatu wasalam says, وَمَنْ كَانَ لَهُ مِنْ نَفْسِهِ وَاعِظٌ كَانَ عَلَيْهِ مِنَ اللَّهِ حَافِظٌ. Allah will give him protection because now he is careful. Now he takes the precautions. He does not want to go to the path that has regrets. Bismillah ar-Rahman ar-Rahim. إِنَّا أَعْطَيْنَاكَ الْكَوْثَرَ فَصَلِّ لِرَبِّكَ وَانْحَرْ إِنَّ شَانِئَكَ هُوَ الْأَبْتَرُ. صدق الله العلي العظيم. اللهم صل على
جزاك الله.